provide for the procedure and ceremony for the assumption of the office of president by the president-elect in accordance with Article 141 of the Constitution, and the orderly transition of the executive authority before and after a presidential election and for the connected purposes. A look at some of the clauses in the bill is that the bill provides for the preliminary provisions, and these preliminary provisions include the short time of the act, the short title of the act, the interpretation of the key terms used in the act, the objects as well as the guiding principles of the act, and the activities to which the act shall apply. The bill further provides for the transition matters generally, with Clause 6 providing for the transition of the executive authority, which shall be deemed to have completed when the President, the Deputy President, the Attorney General, Cabinet Secretaries, Principal Secretaries, and the Secretary of the Cabinet assume office. Clause 19 to Clause 22 of the bill provides for the swearing-in ceremony, with Clause 19 stating that the swearing-in ceremony shall be conducted in the capital city in accordance with Article 141 of the Constitution, and further provides that the swearing-in, the day for the swearing-in of the President-elect shall be a public holiday. The Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Gladys Boss, is already in the chamber this afternoon. Allow me to hand over for this live broadcast. My name is Gladys Mungai. Enjoy your viewing and have yourself a great afternoon.
Honorable members, let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and parliaments for the just welfare of the society, for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen. Sergeant at Arms, I direct that you ring the quorum bell for 10 minutes.
Dear viewers, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, that is Gladys Boss, currently presiding over the business of the National Assembly this afternoon, has directed that the quorum bell be rung, and this directive is pursuant to Standing Orders of the National Assembly, Standing Orders number 34, that guide the House on matters quorum at the commencement of business. Just taking you through some of the highlights in the assumption of office of President and transition of Executive Bill 2025. And maybe finally, on the last thing we may highlight on this bill is that Clause 25 and 26 provides for the arrangements for the transition of the executive authority after the assumption of the office of the President-elect. The bill expressly provides for the continuation in office of cabinet secretaries and other designated state officers that the cabinet that will serve in the cabinet pending the appointment of the incoming office holders. Clause 26 expressly provides that accounting officers in the executive shall continue acting in such capacity until the designation of another accounting officer by the Cabinet Secretary responsible for the matter relating to finance have been appointed. The Act further has restrictions of certain actions by state and public officers and the express prohibition of the acts and omissions designed to obstruct the smooth transition of the executive authority and the formation of the government in accordance to the laws of Kenya. Clause number 24 provides for the requirement of the handover reports and then listing of what the handover reports shall contain. Basically, this is a bill with 32 clauses that members of parliament will be considering in the second and the third stages of the bill. The Equalization Fund Administration Bill, Senate Bills number 14 of the year 2023, is a bill that the House is set to resume debate on this afternoon. The debate was interrupted yesterday in the afternoon sitting, and this bill on matters Equalization Fund is by the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Matters Finance and National Planning. And during the debate yesterday, we had members of Parliament calling for streamlination and streamlining of matters to do with the management of the Equalization Fund and equally extension of the expiration period. Our dear viewers, the Equalization Fund tenure is set to lapse in 2030, and members of Parliament in the bill were backing the proposals to extend the tenure of the fund, arguing that the bill or the act for that matter is yet to achieve its purpose as enshrined in the 2010 Constitution. The Insurance Professionals Bill, National Assembly Bills number 13 of the year 2024 by the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Matters Finance and National Planning, is a bill at the second stage. We expect debate on this bill, and equally lined up for debate this afternoon is the Culture Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of the year 2024 by the leader of the majority party, the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 35 of the year 2022, where we
now have quorum. We may proceed. First order.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
You may proceed with the papers.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Thursday, February 20th, 2025. Reports of the Auditor General and financial statement for the years ended 30th June 2021, 30th June 2022, and 30th June 2023, and the certificates therein in respect of A. Wanje Secondary School, B. Kimani Kiunjuri High School, C. Kipsianan Secondary School, D. Naivasha Girls Secondary School, E. Mwani Boys Secondary School, F. Sankuri Secondary School, G. Garissa High School, H. Munyaka Secondary School, I. Molo Highway Secondary School, J. St. Bakita Taragwa Girls High School, K. St. Patrick's High School, L. Metkei Girls Public Secondary School, MAIC Girls Secondary School, Loitoktok, N. Nun Kopir Girls Secondary School, O. St. Maria Veronica Girls Secondary School, P. Arimi Mixed Day School, Day Secondary School, Q. Kerobon Boys Secondary School, R. Colson Secondary School, S. Bishop Ketimu Gandu Girls High School, T. Our Lady Consolata Moigori High School, U. Bishop Sulemeti Chelemuk Girls High School, V. Namgoi Mixed Day Secondary School, W. Mpeketoni Boys High School, X. Mwani Girls High School, Y. Kisau Girls Secondary School, Z. Olotoktok Boys High School, A. St. Josephine Bakita Masinga Girls High School, BB. Nduluku Secondary School, CC AIC Tulomboi Secondary School, DD Chumani Secondary School, EE Lamu Boys Secondary School, FF St. Bonaventure Kaherti Boys High School, GG Kimani Girls High School, HH St. Malivani Secondary School, II Dr. Kraft Memorial Secondary School, JJ St. Bakita Bahati Girls Secondary School, KK St. Anne Gudunguri Girls Secondary School, IILL Kimuri Secondary School, and MM Mayela Township Secondary School. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I lay.
Honorable members, I would like to have your indulgence to reorder the order paper. So we'll now move to motion number 8 and 9. Then we will come back to 7, questions and statements, and then back to 6. Then after that, we can resume our order paper as usual. So let's... Have we finished laying of papers? Mm-hmm. But they're not urgent. We will come back to you. We'll come back to you. Allow us to do the procedural motions, the 2, 8, and 9. Then we go to the statement of the Leader of Majority, and then we come back to you. Yes, there's a reason. Okay? Read the order out.
Order number 8, procedural motion, extension of period for consideration of the 2025 budget policy statement.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following procedural motion, that notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order number 232.7 relating to timelines for consideration of budget policy statement, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the 2025 budget policy statement by a period of 14 days from 27th February 2025. Honorable Speaker, the budget making process is one of the key critical roles of this House, and it really requires a complete active participation of all members, Honorable Speaker. And this procedural motion, therefore, Honorable Speaker, seeks to extend statutory timelines for consideration of the budget policy statement by at least 14 days, or in particular 14 days, Honorable Speaker. And this extension is necessitated by the fact that the Committee on Selection is yet to finalize the nomination of members to various committees, and it's actually the committee that is mandated to do that work, and its timeline has lapsed, Honorable Speaker. And it is for that reason that this very motion is being moved, so that this committee is constituted. As you're all aware that the timeline lapsed of those select committees and the budget appropriation and appropriation committee.
Self-explanatory, thank you.
Exactly.
You may call your second.
So I therefore move this, Honorable Speaker, and I beg the Honorable Kangogo to second. I thank you, Honorable Speaker. What is this?
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I wish to second, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question that notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order 2327 relating to the timelines for consideration of the budget policy statement, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the 2025 budget policy statement by a period of 14 days from 27th February 2025. Thank you, honorable members. I now put the question that notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order 2327 relating to the timelines for considerations of the budget policy statement, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the 2025 budget policy statement by a period of 14 days from 27th February 2025. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Order number 9, procedural motion, extension of period for consideration of the 2025 debt management strategy.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following procedural motion that notwithstanding the provision of Standing Order number 232-4 relating to timelines for consideration of debt management strategy, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the 2025 debt management strategy by a period of 10 days from 24th February 2025. The facts, Honorable Speaker, are similar to what we said in the previous procedural motion, considering that the 2025 medium-term debt management strategy, which is expected to table its report to the House for consideration within 10 days. So it's very important that we extend this particular timeline, similar to what we said in the previous procedural motion that sought to extend the budget and appropriation, the budget policy statement by a period of 14 days. So I beg to move on this, and I urge the Honorable Adams to second.
Madam Speaker, I second.
What are you saying?
Honorable members, I now propose the question that notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order 232A-4 relating to timelines for consideration of the debt management strategy, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the 2025 debt management strategy by a period of 10 days from the 24th of February 2025. Thank you, honorable members. I now put the question that notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order 232A-4 relating to the timelines for consideration of the debt management strategy, this House resolves to extend the period for consideration of the 2025 debt management strategy by a period of 10 days from 24th February 2025. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And then next we shall go back to order number 7. Order number 5, sorry, for papers, because Majority Leader has.
Order number 5, papers.
Okay, Chairperson, Administration.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Thursday, 20th February 2025. Report of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on 1. Its consideration of the Birth and Death Registration Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 37 of 2024. 2. Participation in the ID4 Africa Annual General Meeting, AGM, held in Cape Town, South Africa, from the 21st to 24th May 2024. I lay.
The next paper, Chairperson Transport. Honorable GK.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 20th February 2025. Report of the Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure and on its consideration of public petition number 14 of 2024 regarding legal recognition and protection of e-hailing, motorcycle riders, and delivery personnel. Thank you.
Okay. Now we can go back to order number 6. Honorable members, we can go back to order number 6.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Atandi, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Hold on a minute. The chairperson has to give Chairperson may give notice. The chairperson transport.
Okay.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this House adopt the report of the Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure on its consideration of public petition number 14 of 2024 regarding legal recognition and protection of e-hailing, motorcycle riders, and delivery personnel laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 20th February 2024. Thank you.
Thank you. Member for Alego Usonga, you may now proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I beg to give notice that aware that the Fertilizer and Animal Foods Act 2015 provides for regulation of fertilizer importation in the country. Further aware that the Fertilizer and Animal Foods Staffs Board regulates the fertilizer and animal foodstuffs industry, including the manufacture and production of fertilizers. Noting that the country currently relies heavily on imported fertilizer due to inadequate local production capacity. Further noting that the low local production leads to high costs for farmers, reducing their profits and results in unhealthy reliance on imported fertilizer. Concerned that this scenario threatens the country's food security in case of supply disruptions and discourages local production, recognizing that local fertilizer production could lead to improved fertilizer quality, increased crop yields, and a reduction in the environmental harm caused by the use of substandard fertilizers. Recalling that the country has the potential to produce fertilizer that could meet the country's domestic demand and also supply the regional market. Further recognizing that there is need for the government to work with local producers to develop high-quality fertilizer tailored to the needs of Kenyan farmers and crops. Now, therefore, this House resolves that the national government, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, supports and promotes local fertilizer manufacturing industries by investing in research and development to bolster the domestic fertilizer manufacturing sector. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay. Next order. That would be order number 7.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Majority Leader, you have your weekly statement on behalf of the Majority Leader.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this is, I'll be holding brief for the Majority Leader for today. And pursuant to the provisions of the Standing Order number 44-2A, I rise to give the following statement on behalf of the House Business Committee, which met on Tuesday, 18 February 2025, to prioritize business for consideration during the week. Honourable Speaker, with regard to business scheduled for Tuesday next week, the House is expected to consider the following government and individual members' bill at second reading, some of which are already listed in today's order paper. One is the Equalization Fund Bill, Senate Bill number 14 of 2023. Two is the Political Parties Bill 2022, the Insurance Professionals Bill 2024, the Culture Bill 2024, the Public Finance Management Bill of number 2 Bill 2024, the Institute of Social Work Professionals Bill 2023, the Gold Processing Bill 2023 that was here in this very floor yesterday, Honorable Speaker, the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill 2024, the Basic Education Bill Amendment Bill number 2023, and the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 37 of 2023. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Selection will also conclude its consideration of the list of members proposed to be appointed to the 18 elapsed committees, including any consequential changes to other committees. This is it has been a topic in people's lips, and it's important for us to inform you that this will be concluded next week on Tuesday. In this regard, the House will consider the motion on the constitution of other lapsed committees, in addition to the motion to ratification of the agreements for the establishment of the African Finance Corporation. Mr. Speaker, as members will recall, you issued a communication guiding the House that the Liaison Committee would consider the supplementary estimates for the year 2024 and 2025 budget policy statement and debt management strategy. This is because the Select Committee on the budget, the Select Committee on Budget had its time lapse sometimes in this session, Honorable Speaker, and that is why that communication was issued. And this was a question by the delayed constitution of the Budget and Appropriation Committee and the Public Debt and Privatization Committee. As members have noticed in the supplementary order paper for today, Honorable Speaker, I intend to move a motion for extension of the period for the consideration. This has already been done, and when you reordered the order paper. And as a leadership, we had the Liaison Committee working with the departmental committees to fast-track the consideration of the two committees or two budget documents and the supplementary estimates too, so as to enable the House to conclude with them soonest. Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee also noted the status on the uptake of post-service medical by members, and as at last week, and commended the enrolled members, there are several members that have enrolled willingly, and of course, they've also displayed their willingness to register to the scheme. And on behalf of the committee, we encourage members who have not enrolled to register soonest in order to allow the clerk to proceed with the administrative processes of actualizing the scheme without leaving any member behind. This must be re-emphasized, that the tables that you see on the corridors on your way to Parliament or to the chambers are for the members or the staff that are taking the registration of the post-service medical scheme by members, and members are encouraged. If you haven't and you're in this floor or in this chamber, you are encouraged to register as soon as possible so that that is expedited upon. And finally, Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee will reconvene again on 25th of February 2025 to schedule business for the rest of that week. I now wish to lay the statement on the table of the House. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Osoro. And before we proceed with the other statements, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome the following schools that are seated in the public gallery. Compuera Academy from Dagoretti South Constituency, Nairobi County. And Harambee School, Makadara from Makadara Constituency, Nairobi County. I also wish to welcome another set of schools seated in the Speaker's Gallery That's St. Clair Girls School from Gatundu South Constituency, Kiambu County. And I now call upon the Honorable KJ Kiare to welcome the schools on our behalf and also use the opportunity to make the announcements relating to the Scouts Founders Day. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, I truly thank you. And I take this opportunity to thank the learners who have visited Parliament today and to welcome them to Parliament. And allow me, Madam Speaker, to single out Riara School. Riara School is an exceptional school within the Dagoretti area, a school founded by great educators in this country, Mr. and Mrs. Gashukia and the Gashukia family. And for more than 4 decades, this school has been an exceptional school in terms of quality of academic and even extracurricular. And so I want to welcome the learners to Bunge today. And this is where the laws of the land are made. And all the laws that we make in this Bunge, we make them with the consideration of what you see in that banner there that says all the things we do here, we do them for the welfare of society and the just government of the people. Madam Speaker, I will also take this opportunity to let the members know that this coming weekend is a most important weekend for the scouting community. And I say this, leading a caucus in this parliament known as the World Scout Parliamentary Union, a very vibrant and active caucus of whose membership are also very active members like the member for Waraka, the Honorable TJ, a very committed member and a scout. And this caucus brings together parliamentarians who are interested in scouting and are supporting scouting in the Republic. Madam Speaker, as you would know, Kenya holds a very special place in scouting in the world. The founder of scouting, one Lord Baden-Powell, and his wife, Lady Powell, decided that their final resting place shall be in Kenya. And so the remains of the founders of the World Scouting Movement are here in Kenya. And so I take this opportunity to welcome all members of Parliament to Nyeri, the scouting capital of the world, for the most important activity in scouting calendar, which is the World Scouting Founders Day that shall be taking place in Nyeri this weekend. Finally, Madam Speaker, scouting as a movement is no longer what it used to be when we were young. We used to see how vibrant scouting used to be. We have, as a house, to ask ourselves, if the scouting is getting monies out of our budget, if scouting is getting money out of the exchequer, is this parliament on top of the issues that are happening in the scouting movement? Are we supporting the Kenya Scouting Association as we should? Are we taking them to task in how we should in developing scouting in this country? Madam Speaker, these shall be issues that shall be discussed this weekend as we seek to bring back the former lost glory into scouting and calling upon this House to take its rightful place in the oversight of the scouting activities in this country. I thank you very much, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity and welcome everybody to Founders Day of the scouting movement at Nyeri, the capital city of scouting in the entire world. Welcome, learners, and if you have not joined the scouting movement, make sure you join scouting in your school, and you shall be supported by this parliament through the World Scout Parliamentary Union. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
KJ, thank you very much. Honorable members, we are going to reorganize the order paper this way. We'll go to order number 10. Then we'll go to 15, and then we will go to 13. We will get there, honorable members. We'll get there. Next order.
Order number 10, the Assumption of the Office of President and Transition of Executive Authority Bill, National Assembly Bill number 1 of 2025, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the procedure and ceremony for the assumption of the office of President by the President-elect in accordance with Article 141 of the Constitution, the orderly transition of executive authority before and after a presidential election and for connected purposes. Order number 15, the Public Finance Management Amendment number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2024, second reading.
Majority Leader, Leader of the Majority Party, please proceed.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Public Finance Management Bill 2024 be read the second time. Honorable Speaker, this bill was read for the first time on 19th June of 2024 and was then committed to the Committee for Consideration and tabling of report. I'd like to thank the committee for a job well done. Honorable Speaker, this bill seeks to amend the Public Finance Management Act, CAP 412, to align the timelines for the passing and consideration of the finance bill by the county assemblies and the National Assembly. And to be more specific, Honorable Speaker, Clause 2 of the bill seeks to amend Section